I mean, so many venues these days, because they've had such bad experiences with someone using, like, I don't know, glitters, or it might be something that's paper or something they've got to clean up, or it's like harmful to the environment. Basically, they say biodegradable all the way, which is fantastic, because basically all of our petals that we produce on the farm are all biodegradable. They're just natural petals grown on the farm, just like blossom from a tree, really, isn't it?
And they don't have to clean up after you. So after your big day, you know, the petals, you have your confetti moment, and then hopefully the petals will just disappear within a few days, really. So this is actually our Shropshire box.
The paper cones, and the bit of their I'm trying to think of what they are. They're FSC and obviously recyclable as well.
Yeah.
But they're carbon neutral, which is fantastic. And we do actually do personalised cones as well, so you can have your names on the inside and outside, which is kind of nice, because then at least your guests sometimes will like fold them and then like keep them as a little memento. But basically, so this one, for example, comes with 25 cones. It would have your choice of confetti in there, and there's like obviously loads of different colours of cones that you can have, so it depends on what your colour scheme is. But the beauty of cones is that as soon as you take one, they're not all going to fall over. And also, because everyone gets the same amount of confetti. So if you've got an overzealous brother, shall we say, like I do, who would take a giant handful and throw it in my face, everyone gets the same amount. So whoever's at the end isn't like, oh, there's nothing left for me.
Our little sachets, which are really handy because they come pre-filled for you. So you can actually, depending on, you know, where you're getting married, you could, if these could hang on the sides of the chairs, you can pop them on the seat so people then can, you know that there's going to be a confetti flow. And yeah, it's just quite a nice little way.
It's an easy one,
isn't it?
Just fit.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. So that's quite nice, and that you'll get your handful in that as well. So. Litres.
Definitely,
so like 1 litre of confetti, we say, will give you 10 handfuls. So I mean, if you're having 100 guests, 10 litres is perfect, and that'll give you the ultimate shot. I mean, as we always say, like, you know your guests better than what we do. You may not, maybe all of them want to get involved in the throw, so you know, maybe buy 5 litres. You're still going to get a really good shot, but I mean, always extra's better.
For sure.
But I mean, we do have a really handy petal calculator on our website. So you basically just go on there, pop in. It's just your number.
Just how many guests you've got, and it'll just like tell you how much you need, or you know, if you want everyone to throw, or if you want just half your guests to throw. I mean, one of the reasons why we even do it in litres as well is because we offer so many different petals. They all weigh slightly differently. So if someone's like, oh, well, I need 1 kilogram of confetti, like, do you know how heavy, like, that's a lot of confetti. Like, you don't need that much. Like, blush. In fact, I think we've got a little bag down there somewhere. Definitely blush.
Blush. So
let's take it out.
Why not?
Let's get messy. It's that time. I'll be able to open this now.
Those on YouTube are going to have great moments.
So I mean, that is, so it's a mixture of, there's basically icing sugar in there. These are all delphiniums, by the way, but icing sugar, candy floss, and cherry blossom, and it's just a really lovely combo of creams, pinks, sort of dainty kind of pastel-y pinks as well. That hands down is always, oh, there's a little tiny bit of purple in there, a little rogue, but that is definitely hands down our evergreen. Pink is always a popular one.
And especially this year, a lot more people are wanting that colour pop, so they're going for, like, you know, we've got Tutti Frutti, which is alright. Ashley had that on her wedding day.
Oh my god, I am a major fan of Tutti Frutti. Like, it is the biggest celebration of like bright yellows, purples, pinks, you name it. To me, this one's very much like a kind of festival vibe, like a total celebration. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, this one is, you could have any colour scheme and go for that mix, because it'll work with anything. For sure.
Definitely.
I mean, other than that, like, we have a berries and cherries, which is like more richer, like purpley pinks.
And our mulberry red, especially for winter time, it's a nice warm mix. So that's definitely for autumn, fall,
which is like those mulberries and oranges. Kaleidoscope, which is just like a not quite as bright as Tutti Frutti, but a really nice bright mix, like a rich colour mix. So there's
there's something for everyone, definitely.
Go for it.
Well, I definitely always say is throw as high as you can, because obviously you've got that nice flutter that comes down. It gives the photographer plenty of time to capture the shot and avoid the face. Avoid the face, definitely.
Definitely getting your photographer in from the absolute get-go as well. Like, they've got it on their must-have list. And if you've spoken to like your venue and your photographer, like the venue, if you've got a coordinator, they will know the perfect spot. Especially like depending on what time of the year it is, what time of the day it is. They might be like, oh, use this archway, but actually, if it's in the summer, that over here might work better for you, or actually, well, it's going to get dark quickly in the winter, so maybe let's go for an indoor, or there's tons of information that they will know.
Because I mean, I've even seen recently where a lot of venues are letting couples through the confetti indoors, where they've got like a really epic staircase, and they'll have the couples stand at the bottom of the staircase, all the guests line up, and the throw that comes down from that, and just the caption picture, it's amazing. Really good. So definitely speak to the photographer and the venue. And
there's no right or wrong, like when you have to have your confetti shot either. Like traditionally most people would have it after the ceremony, but there's nothing to say, like we've said earlier, that you could have it for your first dance. You could have
cutting the cake,
one of the day, one of the evening. Cutting the cake. It could be anything. You could just. I mean, we've had a couple of photos sent in a while back where the bride and her bridesmaids went off and basically had a confetti photo together, and they were blowing the confetti to the camera, and it's just
lovely.
A nice little group shot that that's just completely off the cuff kind of thing. So there's no rules. You do you.
That's a